So just responding to this comment on the video I made about the screen time with under fives and the impact on language, because with this, I do have a few questions. If a child is in reception and all their home reading is happening on apps with no physical books coming home, I would be raising an eyebrow with this, because for me, reading on a screen can never replace reading a real physical book. And that's not me as a 90s millennial child talking all nostalgia. There is solid research behind that. There has been umpteen studies and reviews showing that people generally understand and remember longer, more complex text better when they read them on paper. Screens tend to encourage skimming, shallow processing, a false sense of like, oh yeah, I've got this, when the actual comprehension is weaker. And with young people in particular, physical books support focus, story understanding, vocabulary development, and reading stamina in ways screens just do not replicate as well. And this is important. This is coming from someone whose job alongside teaching is literally traveling all over the UK, working with schools and teachers on how to use technology well. There are loads of things tech genuinely can enhance in education. Removing barriers, accessibility, being creative through the tech. In fact, for children who do struggle with reading, like my own sons who are dyslexic, technology can be incredibly powerful. Text-to-speech, audiobooks, coloured overlays. These tools can help children access text they might otherwise find really difficult to. But supporting reading is not the same as replacing reading. And look, I am not saying children should never ever be allowed to read on a screen, because the odd bit of online research, looking something up, short bursts of digital text isn't going to hurt anyone. That's fine. The issue is when screens are used to replace physical books for sustained, purposeful reading. That's where I start to worry. That's a big no-no for me. So in response to this comment, I'd expect that the school is sending home a physical reading book, and the apps are there for sort of extra practice, not the main event. Because if it is only through apps and a child is being penalised for not completing them, yeah, as a parent, you have every right to push back on that. I'm sure that's the case, that the school are just using these apps as a way of encouraging a little bit extra reading, a little bit extra practice on top of the home reading books that will be sent home. And that is it for me. The technology can support reading for those children where it might be a barrier to learning. But reading on a screen should never be used to replace reading a physical book, words on a physical piece of paper. That is not what we want to be using tech for.